Hey everybody, Amber here. I hope you guys are doing well. So, this week for our series of lessons, we are going to be learning about some inspirational and influential women that have existed in honor of Women's History Month. So, today we are going to start with Anne Frank. So, Anneliese, or Anne as they called her, Marie Frank, was a German born Dutch Jew. She was born in Frankfurt, Germany, to her parents Otto and Edith Frank, and she is one of the most talked about Holocaust victims. When Anne was just 12 years old, she was forced into hiding with her parents and sister Margot. She lived in an annex behind a bookshelf in the house of her father's employees. While living in the annex, Anne documented her experiences in her diary, which is very famous. I'm sure some of you may or may not have read it before, or at least heard of the title, The Diary of the Anne Frank. And it is also a stage adaptation as well, so you can see it be performed live in front of you. Unfortunately, Anne and her family were arrested in the annex and labeled as criminals for going into hiding. That was a big no-no back in the time. That was huge. The family was sent to concentration camps for hard labor due to them being criminals for hiding. And the family ended up being separated, and Anne died in the Bergen-Belsen concentration camp in Germany. Unfortunately, Anne's father was the only survivor of the family. Her mother, her sister, and the other family, the Van Dans that she was living with, they all did not survive. Anne's father was the one who decided to have Anne's diary published for everyone to read, and that is how we know so much about the Frank family and about the Holocaust and what her family had to experience. And here are some fun facts about Anne Frank. Anne's diary was actually a gift for her 13th birthday. The gift was from her father, who took her to the store to pick it out before they went into hiding. It is a red hard-covered book. And Anne celebrated 2 birthdays in the annex. She received 2 books from other citizens in hiding and a poem from her father, which she actually recorded down in her diary. Anne called her diary Kitty. So there was actually 2 versions of the diary that exist. There was version A and version B. And in the first version, version A was written in the form of letters to someone named Kitty. I'm not sure. That may have just been a pen pal name if she was writing to somebody to tell about her experiences. So now I'm going to be showing you guys a quick little video about what the annex looks like that Anne lives in. You can visit the Anne Frank house in Germany. So yes, enjoy the video, and I will see you guys tomorrow.
Tour of the place that the Frank family, the Vandals, as well as Mr. Dussel called home for 2 years while in hiding. From the front of the building, it looks like a pretty average business of the time. But the secret annex is actually a separate building in a way. It just has a kind of breezeway between the 2 buildings. The entrance into the secret annex starts as you go up this staircase that leads to the 2nd floor. Then, at the end of the hallway, you go through this door which leads you into the breezeway between the 2 buildings. This is the movable bookcase that leads you into the secret annex. Now, if you move the bookcase and go through this door, then you are met with 3 places that you could turn. To the left, this is where the Franks live and sit during each day. And then to the right, there's the WC, or the bathroom. We will start off by going to the Franks' room. So if we go through this door, this is the room where Mrs. and Mr. Frank sleep, as well as where the Frank family sits during the quiet portion of the day. Now, if we go into this door over here, we will be led into Anne's room, which she also shared with Mr. Dussel. Here you can see Mr. Dussel's bed. And this is Anne's bed, which has all of her celebrities above it on the wall. This is Anne's desk, and sitting on it is the famous diary. Now, if we go through these doors, we will be in the bathroom, or WC. This bathroom consists of a toilet, sink, mirror, and down in the corner you can see there is a washboard for washing clothes. Now, if we exit out this door, we will be back in the main entrance of the annex. If we go up to this staircase, we will be brought to the Vandals' living quarters. This is where Peter and Mrs. and Mr. Vandal lived, and where both families ate and hung out. In the corner here you can see Mrs. Vandal's fur coat. Now, if we enter this kind of hidden door, we will be in Peter's room, which is more like a landing on the way up to the attic. Anne gave Peter some of her celebrities to put on the wall to make it feel more like a room. If we go up this ladder, we will enter the attic. This is where Anne would come occasionally and look through the window at the trees outside, and she would dream of the day that she would be set free. This is pretty much it as far as the annex goes. It was a pretty small space, but they made do with what they had. This is it for the tour of